Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Melanie Miller. How are you, Melanie?
Hello, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Of course. We needed to get you in because we're going to talk about Dancing with the Stars, and I know on the regular you're outside the studio with your camera in hand trying to interview these folks.
It's my favorite season of the year.
I know. It really is.
I love it there.
This time of year, basically every shot of yours is from Dancing with the Stars. It starts out with who are they? They're wearing masks. I can't tell who it is, and we try to guess. And then
I'm not going to lie. This year, they made the celebrities walk in with not only masks, but umbrellas. Because every year I go there and I work with the paparazzi, and we zoom in and try to find clues. And then I'm like, oh, that's this person. And then we put it on the site, and we break their stuff so they have less people to announce at GMA. So
you really are the person behind this person reveal on Dancing with the Stars. It's kind of you. You're the person revealing it.
It feels like Christmas for me.
It does.
I love it. And
you're always outside Dancing with the Stars or outside somewhere where they shoot Selling Sunset. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. You get a lot of good shots too.
Thank you.
But the reason the Dancing with the Stars is relevant is because Jamie Lynn isn't at the studio. Britney Spears' sister has been allowed to practice from home in Tennessee. So we're going to just talk about everything's going on with Dancing with the Stars, about to start. We'll talk about Kim Kardashian. Might have a new boo-boo thing. Odell Beckham Jr.
Hot.
We'll talk about all of that. But to begin with, another reason our arm were twisted to get you on the show, Melanie, was because we're going to talk about Taylor Swift.
I love that. That's my tell. That's my
That's your brand.
Ugh, makes me so happy.
Taylor Swift last night was hanging out with a very interesting character, Sophie Turner. Now, tell us why that's interesting, Melanie.
I am screaming. Okay, so obviously Taylor Swift used to date Joe Jonas.
Oh.
Joe Jonas famously broke up with Taylor Swift in a 20-second phone call.
27-second, I
Sorry,
believe.
27-second phone call.
Just to keep you honest.
No, I was trying to say that, but my brain is not the best.
Okay.
And also, when Taylor re-recorded her album, she put out Fearless, and one of the vault tracks on Fearless was Mr. Perfectly Fine, and it's about Joe Jonas. And Joe and Sophie were listening to them. They posted it on Instagram, and Sophie also put, "This is a bop," and now
they're hanging out, listening to the bop together, those two girls.
Yeah. And now Joe Jonas is just Mr. Perfectly Fine.
What, do you remember the lyrics to that song? Were there any jabs in there or anything?
Yeah. And I'm
you can just say it. You can just say it.
Sorry, I have a bad memory, so I can only sing remember.
Okay.
But it's just basically like she's brokenhearted and you're Mr. Perfectly Fine.
But is that a jab saying you're perfectly fine? I mean, it's not like you're great. It's you're meh. Is that it?
Can I quickly look up the lyrics?
You can.
Okay.
You can. Anyway, they were out in New York, huh? They were out in New York, hanging together.
Via Carrata?
Clearly sort of setup sort of shot.
Oh, no, Carbone, sorry.
Carbone. I'm here for the setup shot. Usually I'm just
You think it's a setup shot?
Oh, God, yeah. They're not friends.
Here's the thing. Yes, they are friends.
Barely.
Okay, barely. But they connected over the fact that, they're exes. And they now hate Joe Jonas actively.
Yes. So they set that up. They came out of the restaurant. They got let the paparazzi get their shots. They were arm in arm.
Okay, fine.
Of course, they were doing this. They were trying to stir Joe up, and I'm in favor of stirring Joe up.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's a good thing.
Okay.
I'm not disparaging them.
Okay.
I'm saying great.
Okay.
It endears me to Taylor a little bit, if you're honest.
Oh, you like that she's petty?
I don't like Joe, and I think Sophie's
Why don't you like Joe?
I think Joe oozes lame and Sophie Turner oozes cool.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the big, contrast in their relationship why it couldn't work. Joe's just a lame-o purity ring nerd. I don't think he is that talented. Here I'm just railing on the Jonas Brothers. I'm not a Jonas bro.
I think that, I don't know if guys know this, but I have to be honest. There's nothing girls love more than talking trash about their exes. It's like doing drugs.
Right. It just gets you it gives you that high.
Yeah.
That's not surprising. Read out some of the lyrics you got up on your phone now.
I do like the line where she says, "'Cause I hear he's got his arm around a brand new girl." I like that, Taylor's got her arm around Sophie.
Okay, that's not really a diss though.
Okay.
Wow, that was loud.
Sorry. I forget that you can hear me. How's your heart after breaking mine? Always at the right place at the right time.
Okay, this was a waste of time getting you to. She's not very good at disses.
That's not true.
But she didn't really give him a fuck you in the song. It was kind of like you're
Yeah,
kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it's called Mr. Perfectly Fine, so I guess it's not much of a diss. But she's kind of indifferent to him. I guess the song's about. And
no, she's not indifferent to him. She's brokenhearted when he's Mr. Perfectly Fine.
oh, okay. Oh, he's feeling fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like he doesn't care, and she's like devastated.
But somehow Joe has dated Demi Lovato, Gigi Hadid, Ashley Green. So I don't know how. In my mind, this is like as I said, a nerdy sort of loser guy, and now he's dated all the.
Stop it! He's Joe Jonas. He's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. It's like saying,
Yeah.
I have no idea how Justin Timberlake pulls hot women.
Well, I do. He's cool. He's cool. He's got the tats. He's got the vibe. Joe Jonas just does not have that vibe.
Tobey Maguire is a geek and pulls hot women.
Yeah, he is a geek as well. I agree.
They're movie stars.
Yeah. I mean,
do I
I
have
think they happen to be famous. Not like I don't think they kind of earned it. I think maybe the Nick and I feel like other Joe Bros maybe contributing.
There's the same also like rich guys that are ugly with money pull hot girls.
Yes.
I don't have to explain this out to you.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't. We
You
can
good?
stop right there. And because Taylor Swift also, it must be said, it's almost confirmed that she's dating this Travis Kelce fella.
I think it is confirmed.
Well, his brother, Jason, said it's 100% true.
I'm obsessed.
Here's what Jason said about Travis and Taylor's relationship.
It's hard to answer because I don't really know a lot about what's happening in Travis's love life, and I try to keep his business his business,
Sure.
and stay out of that world. But having said that, man, I think they're doing great, and I think it's all 100% true.
And
Did you see that Kristen Cavallari tried to shoot her shot at Travis Kelce because she knew that Taylor's locking him down, and she threw one last I don't know what they call it in football.
pass, touchdown.
Hail Mary.
Oh, Hail Mary.
How do I know more about
okay.
football than you do?
Oh,
That's
sorry. I
embarrassing.
wasn't sure what you were getting at. I wasn't sure what you were getting at. Okay, yeah, Hail Mary.
Kristen Cavallari.
She should not have inserted herself.
Oh my God, it makes me dislike her a lot. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Homewrecker.
Homewrecker. They're barely even together.
They're together.
But I really love that these two exes of Joe were together, firing shots at him. He must be on tour somewhere, just looking at this.
And obviously, Taylor was a big fan of Joe. She clearly chosen his side.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
if you're the other girls, if Taylor's chosen Sophie, and I'm the other girls, I'd be sorry.
I want to see Gigi together with them next time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Demi Lovato fan, to be honest, so we can leave her out. But that would be cool. That would be cool. I like it. It'll be interesting. Joe will have to respond. He's petty too. He'll have to
so
respond.
petty.
Somehow he'll have to do something. They're
When
I'm
he
fine.
was
I'm fine.
Oh, if it doesn't come from me, then it's not true. That was the worst thing I've
Put
ever
your
heard.
purity ring back on, Joe.
Shut up, Joe Jonas.
Okay, moving on. Jamie Lynn Spears. She's allowed to do her Dancing with the Stars rehearsals from home in near Tennessee, which is a rare thing for Dancing with the Stars because usually they're at this studio is it Hollywood or where is it?
It's on Highland.
Okay.
Just south of Santa Monica.
Okay.
And so I went the very first day that the shields were revealed because they could finally talk to me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to get Jamie Lynn.
Right.
Doesn't show up all day. I waited till almost 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Hoping
that's
Jamie...
way later than I work.
Yeah. Hoping Jamie Lynn would show up. And then I was sitting there and I was looking at Jamie Lynn's Instagram and I noticed that in the background of the studio that she was in, it said NRG. NRG, the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that is not the studio they're at now. So I put in Google, found NRG. The next day I drive to the studio. There's no studio where it says there's a studio on Wilshire in West Hollywood.
So you broke this story? You were responsible for this story, knowing that she's in Tennessee?
Yeah.
You were?
I told Charlie Neff about it.
Oh, my God.
And then Charlie Neff.
You don't get enough credit around here, Melanie. That's a good story.
Thanks.
So she's allowed to... Are there other contestants allowed to just do it from home?
No.
Not
the
this
only
season.
other one was Teresa Giudice last season. I think that I can't because they film all the rehearsal stuff in the studio, and that's a key piece
yeah.
of the show.
Yeah.
So that not only do they have to book a studio just for her and Alan, but now they have to send an entire camera crew, audio, all that stuff, just to Tennessee to get all that stuff.
They've probably got camera crew in Tennessee already.
I guess.
But yeah, it is a hassle. They got to send this Alan guy.
And they have to hire more people that they would have already had on hand in LA.
Yes, they are definitely accommodating her. They must have really wanted her.
I don't buy the fact that she's like, oh, I want to be close to my kids.
Why wouldn't you buy that a mum wants to be close to her kids?
Are you joking?
Well, otherwise she'd have to be living in LA for a series of months.
Yeah, but she can bring the kids to LA. But
maybe they got school. How old are they? They're 5 years and 15 years.
God.
They got school.
You know what's going on with Britney Spears right now?
Yeah, like mayhem.
She knows that she's gonna have to see the paparazzi every time she enters the studio.
Jamie Lynn, so she doesn't want to, or she does.
I think she doesn't want to be talked to.
Okay, maybe it's the double. Maybe she doesn't want to be talked to by you.
I hope.
I'm sure. I'm sure that's the truth. But yeah, I mean, I think this makes sense. It'll be interesting because she will fly. She'll commute for each of her
and then you get to see her at LAX airport. This is good for you, actually.
True. I'll have to figure out what flight she's on.
Yeah, she's got to be coming through.
Oh,
and she's got to be coming through every freaking week.
If you see any hints about what airline or what time, are you going to hit me up?
Of course.
You're going to try to save that shot for yourself.
You think I would go and scoop it out of you at LAX?
No, I don't think so.
I'd have given you the Gronk shot that was supposed to come in, but it was a Saturday, and I knew you wouldn't do that.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. For some reason, every time I hear...
I tried to give you Jennifer Garner at 5 o'clock, and you go, ooh, too late.
Bit late for me. Bit late. Whenever I hear Tennessee, I always think that pickup line, something like you from Nashville? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Oh,
you like that?
Oh, yeah. Can I quickly tell you my best pickup line?
Okay, go on. Go on. No, seriously, go on.
Should I do the dirty or the clean?
Dirty.
Okay. Is your name Betty Crocker? Because my cake is moist.
What's the clean version?
Oh, okay. Well, it's just a different one. It's is your name Starbucks? Because I like you a latte.
Okay. Dirty version is better. Dirty version is better. Okay, moving on to our final story. Seems like Kim Kardashian and Odell Beckham Jr. may be dating.
Can I just say something?
What?
If this were a regular day, this would be the biggest headline of the day. And now Kim and Odell, Kim dating Odell just feels very whatever.
That's a good point, actually. What do you think? People have lost a little interest, or it's just not as exciting right now? Because this would be the first high-profile relationship since Pete Davidson.
Right.
So it is a big deal. I mean, I think maybe it was just like the way it was written. I think
no, because this is the third story we've done. If this were any other time, it would be number one.
So why don't we care as much?
I don't know, but I don't care at all. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner is a bigger story.
Yeah, I care about that more.
I think this feels obvious. Pete Davidson and Kim. Whoa.
Maybe it's because it kind of feels like it makes sense, and it feels like a relationship that would be happening. And it's less surprising. I think surprising stories always, you click on more.
I guess, but maybe if it was like Kim and what's his face, footballer, Tom Brady.
If it was Kim and Tom Brady, that'd be a big story, right? They're two titans in their field. Odell Beckham Jr. is kind of her type. He's super cool.
Uh-huh.
I could see them together, and so when I read the story, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Odell, I mean, recently we don't know how long ago, but he broke up with his baby mama.
Yes.
Lolo, or Lauren Wood is her name.
Sad.
And he's been attending a lot of these Kardashian kids' birthday parties.
Oh, he has.
He has been going to Tristan and Khloe's kids.
They were first spotted together right at that white party, the 4th of July or something.
But because Kim was linked to Tom Brady at that white party too.
But I don't think that. I think we did a story that it was they were just talking and they weren't actually.
Yeah, I think everyone was trying to force Kim and Tom together.
Yeah. But in reality, I think that it was a
smoke screen.
Smoke screen for Kim and Odell.
I can believe that. Recently, I mean, a few years ago, Odell was linked to Khloe. So he might be, running through the Kardashian girls. homie hopping,
Sister
Eskimo
hopping?
sisters.
Oh.
Real sisters too.
No, I don't think I think if I broke up with a guy and it was like fine, I don't care, I don't like him anymore, like whatever, and my friend started hooking up with him, that would be weird, but like okay, my sister,
You couldn't do it.
never.
No, you couldn't do it. It actually means that maybe him
No.
and Chloe didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know why the source who's telling us about this story keeps like, okay, they're just friends. They're just hanging out a lot. They're just friends. Like it's
They
almost
kind of want the press.
Yeah, they
Why
want the
would
press.
why would we get that?
Want the press, don't want the press. They're just friends though. It's just like, oh no.
Why would
Too
they
defensive.
say anything?
I don't know.
And maybe like Kim is like jealous of all the press that Kylie and everyone else is getting, and she's like, oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have the press.
I'm sure there's got to be competition like that. It must be hard to sort of start dating someone, like go on the first and second and third date when you're just kind of learning about them. You're not sure if you like, if you're super famous. Like,
That's
how
true
do you?
for everyone.
It's if you started dating someone for the first time, you could just go about your merry way, and you could date them sort of secretly from your friends if you wanted to before revealing it to like your colleagues. But with someone of Kim Kardashian's stature, if you're just trying to get to know someone, it's like Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were undercover for like 6 months.
They wanted to see.
They wanted to see if they really liked each
But
other.
doesn't that make it a little bit more exciting?
Yeah, like sneaking around.
Yeah.
And does that make it less exciting when you reveal it to the public and now you're making out everywhere? It's like, I kind of liked hiding it.
Yeah.
Maybe it must be a different. It definitely is a different experience dating
Like
when
it's
you're
like
that famous.
ooh, are they not? And then when it gets revealed, it's like when you're 21, like drinking just isn't as fun anymore.
No, it's not. You drink as much as I've ever seen you in a good way, positive way.
Oh, okay.
You're in like the prime of your life right now.
Yeah, I stopped drinking when I was in my late 20s.
But you started again, and now you're like, party days are here.
But I think that's for the better because when you're in your 20s, like you're broke.
Yes.
And now you have money to buy shots at the bar, and you don't have to like beg a guy.
Very true. Very true. It was fun partying with you the other night.
Did you have fun?
I had fun on Saturday night. We had a good time. We had a few deep and meaningful conversations, didn't we, Melanie?
Yeah.
We really did. It was quite a night. Quite a night.
Quite a night.
Okay, thank you for joining me, Melanie.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.